While budgeting for your child is important, it's also important to budget for yourself. So here are some strategies to not only do both budgets together, but maximize your tax savings, your government benefits, and the well-being for both you and your child. I'm Ted Frank of Strategic Special Needs Planning, and the reason why I'm stressing this is because if caring for your kids right now is hard when you're young, wait till you get older and your bones don't work as well anymore and things are more expensive. You want to retire like all your friends and send annoying Instagram photos, but for a lot of us, this is our retirement. And I picked this photo because I am so sick of making my son's lunch, but I have to. Because even though he can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, he eats it right away because it tastes good. And he doesn't really have a concept of the future. And that's a reality that I have to deal with. And I'm sure you can understand that because we as parents have to keep providing for our kids with special needs, even after we pass away. So a lot of times that Instagram retirement goes bye-bye. Now, one of the strategies that a lot of special needs planners suggest is funding your special needs trust with life insurance. Life insurance is absolutely key when you're in your peak earning years, and that's the only way to replace your income. But life insurance gets much more expensive as you age. For instance, my term policy is currently $225 a month, but it runs out when I'm 78. And my agent knows no one is going to sell me new life insurance when I'm 78. So he suggests I renew at 65 for $1,500 a month. A lot more expensive, isn't it? And it's a time when I'm not going to have nearly the income opportunities that I had when I was younger. Neurotypical families, they get to dump their life insurance often when their kids are independent and they don't need it anymore. But we don't have that luxury because our kids depend on us even after we pass away. And that really sucks, doesn't it? However, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. You kind of bend it, not necessarily with some mushrooms and Pink Floyd, but with some strategy. Taking some from here, taking some from there, putting them together to make them equal over $1 million. You want to hear about it? It's not an investment because I don't do that. It's a strategy, which means you can take it. You don't need me anymore. You can take it and go. How many of you contribute to a 401k or an IRA at work? How many of you contribute to a Roth IRA? Do you know the difference between the two? Let me lay it out. Let's say you make $150,000 a year and you contribute 10% of it to your IRA or your 401k. You have to pay FICA, but you don't have to pay any of the taxes right now because they're deferred. Whereas on the Roth side, you do have to pay all those taxes. So it's a hard bite when you're young. But after 30 years at 8% average, either way, you've got almost $2 million. And that is where the tables turn. Because on the tax deferred side with your IRA or your 401k, you now have to pay taxes, not just on those contributions, but also on those gains. You can spread them out over a bunch of years, but even so, let's say you spread them out at 20 years, you're gonna have to pay a lot in taxes, and you're gonna end up with a little under $1.5 million, which ain't bad. Now on the Roth side, you're done paying your taxes, and all that gain is tax-free, so you end up with significantly more. Now there is something wrong with this chart, and that is that you're not allowed to contribute $15,000 to your Roth. The cap is $8,000 a year, or if you're a geezer like me, then you get to contribute $8,600. However, if you have a child with special needs, you can combine your Roth with an ABLE account, and with the two of them, contribute up to $28,000 a year that can grow tax-free into significantly more money. This is a huge gift that the IRS gives to families with special needs. Now, with SSI, you are going to run into a roadblock that'll probably prevent you from making $3.2 million, but you're also going to get a lot of other money for free. So it's a good trade-off, but the key is that there are strategies that you can really employ with your Roth, with your ABLE, with your special needs trust account, and your own trust account to really maximize your government benefits and make sure that both you and your child are stable and set for the future. It will hurt in the beginning, because you're gonna have to pay that tax up front. Let me tell you something, for every $100 that you invest when you're younger, 30 years from now, it grows to over $1,000, so over 10 times what it was before at 8%. And that means that you can choose your future. And instead of living day to day, you can have a much more comfortable lifestyle.